New on the Nightteam tonight, he thought he found the person he wanted to spend the rest of his life with.
But as the Nightteam's Patrick Fraser shows us, it turns out all he found was love and lies, which cost him big time.
Gary and Kathy were married for 56 years, till she passed away in 2018.
Hate to talk about that because I'll get too emotional.
I'm sure that this stems from loneliness and boredom.
Very lonely, very vulnerable, and then he met a person on the internet.
A person that I could enjoy the remainder of my life with.
Let's back up and let Gary's daughter Christine pick up the story.
He left his phone in my car, and I snooped and realized he's been talking to this woman.
The woman said she was Jelena Jensen, a former porn star.
I learned that they had been talking, they were in love, they're getting married.
The woman said she had to go by the name Daniela Wilson because she was in hiding.
She says that she is the real Jelena Jensen, but she had to escape her ex-boyfriend who was forcing her to do porn.
As Christine followed the text, she saw her father had been sending the person money.
He sent her like $500 at one time, $300 another time.
I've sent her just under $5,000.
Gary also sent flowers to a Utah address and then got excited when the person said she wanted to move to South Florida.
They have talked about her moving in for a little while, then they're going to get their own house and have a baby.
Christine and her brother tried to talk to their father to explain the person was a scammer. The crook in turn convinced Gary the kids were trying to break them up.
She turns him against the kids. She's already saying things like, don't listen to the kids and don't tell them these things because they're going to turn you against me.
Gary believed the conniving scammer, quit talking to his children, sent the person he thought he loved his class ring, a plane ticket to come live with him, and more cash.
My dad right now just took an Uber to FedEx. He's on his way to send her more money.
Christine gave up trying to convince her father he was being scammed and asked us to help, to find the proof to show Gary what was going on. We went to work to track the person down. It was interesting. This is the address where Gary sent the person cash and presents, a house in Utah that court records show is owned by a man. The con artist was using the name Daniela Robinson Wilson. The last name of the man who owns the house is Robinson. That explains something Gary had told us.
He's never heard her voice, just these lines and lines and lines of text of how much she loves him.
We are convinced the so-called woman that texted she loved Gary is a man. We texted him. He said he was too smart for our stupid questions. And the former porn star Jelena Jensen didn't want to go on camera with us, but wrote on Twitter, "They are using my photos. They are lying. Don't get catfished." We took all the information to Gary. It was now clear to him what was going on.
Yes, I have been taken me for an emotional ride.
Of course, Gary knows why he got scammed. He was vulnerable.
I wanted a companion again. And I didn't want to just sit around and wilt and die. I wanted something else to happen. Give me a reason to live.
But while Gary's spirits are crushed, he still has hope for a legitimate girlfriend.
I won't turn it down. I still would like to have a companion, even if it's only for 9 years, 10 years, 12 years.
More love, no lies. Patrick Fraser, 7 News.